Good morning, everybody. I feel miserable. Not to get into it right away, I just have overlapping events. Ugh. So, Magical Girls. I'm running a Magical Girls campaign. Cool as shit, right? It is. I would love to keep doing so regularly, but the return session is planned for today, and we're gonna do, the plan was to do some character talks and story reworking and all that, because we've been gone for a few weeks, and it's like, hey, I feel like I could be pulling this in a more coherent direction. It is also Shadow Realms' market day. So I'm in hell because I do gotta do both. I do gotta do both of those things. So yeah, I remembered that these events were overlapping like yesterday. Not a lot to do about it, sadly. Um yeah. I should only need to push the fate back stuff an hour. Ow. Okay, I've sent the can we push things back roughly an hour message. Let's hope I don't fucking self-destruct right here, right now. Let's hope I don't spontaneously explode. Let's hope I don't catch fire. God, it's only 5 hours before session 2. That sucks. 6 hours, I guess, assuming we can push things back. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Yup. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back, Daily Peak, etc., so forth. I'm gonna be doing so much talking to people today. Okay. Meds. Meds first. I need to take my meds. Oh god, I have a bunch of college application stuff planned for tomorrow, too. Because I set up a body doubling thing with a friend. Oh, that's gonna be so much. It's gonna be so goddamn stressful. Then I will need a full several hours nap before I can. Oh my god. Okay. Should be fine. Should be fine. I'm gonna scream. Okay. I need to take my meds. I need to stop just sitting here feeling increasingly more and more stressed, and I need to take my meds. And that will help me manage things. Goddamn. Hi, everybody. Starting off the stream by... God damn it. By, cracking open a pineapple... Sour pineapple lost and found energy drink. Howdy, Rose. Cracked open my energy drink, and I'm gonna eat bagels. Bagels is on the list. I'm so fucking tired. If you'll notice, I'm just a little bit earlier than usual, and that's because I woke up and couldn't get back to sleep after like 3 hours of sleep. 4 hours, I think. Because I couldn't get to sleep till after 2 a.m. and I didn't wake up until 6 something. Fucking 6. No, was I up earlier than that? I feel like I was. I'm in hell. I do love that I fully cannot tell how little sleep I've gotten. That's how bad my memory is right now. Like, just fully fuck me, I guess. How's the bagels? Pretty good. I've got an Asiago and a fucking vanilla cinnamon. God damn it. There we go. Bleh. Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn on zombie phobia mode again. Really? Okay, you know what? I've only just started. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna turn on the zombie phobia mode. And we get back to it. Bleh. I really thought I was gonna tumble more there. I thought there was gonna be a little more motion to that, but... I did just kind of beef it, huh? It's lady? Is it? Not seeing lady in the chat yet. Oh, well that's because that's the wrong YouTube window. Is lady... I'm not seeing her, but I'll trust you. I don't really look at the members list all that closely, so... You could very well be correct. I got my boots, got my hat. I'm bringing country back. I did get poisoned. Yeah. It is because of that thing, which spawns within a couple pixels of the bit where your character spawns in. It's beautiful. I got my boots, got my hat, I'm bringing country back. I'm making guitar noises with my mouth because I'm an expert in voice. Bleh. At least my stomach has stopped making angry noises at me since I ate that first bagel half. Which, now that I think about it, I don't know if I had dinner last night, so... Makes sense that it would be angry at me. I mean, it might have. I just don't remember it. Goddamn. Making some fucking cheeseroni and Matt. So normal. With a side of cheese drink? What the fuck is cheese drink? Hey, Roas? What the fuck is a cheese drink? Roas, I'm fucking terrified. Are you just doing shots of Cheese Whiz? Is that what's happening? Because I don't know if that's even legally cheese. Melt cheese and eat. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. Cheese ice cream, I mean. I don't think I could drink cheese. Are you from fucking Wisconsin? What is this? What is the dread runes you are putting in front of my face? Still, though, I have had some cheese-based fun. Notably, I mean, when I say I am having a bagel, I almost definitely mean I am having a bagel that has had a slice of cheese melted onto it. This is most commonly what I mean when I say I'm having a bagel. You are lactose. Goddamn. I mean, powerful. Lactose hypertolerant. Lactose dependency. Did you find the cheese caves? Like... The Wisconsin cheese caves still sound like a joke. Like, when you hear the phrase, the Wisconsin cheese caves, you do kind of instinctively register it as a haha funny. Because the idea of the government creating... Cashier's gonna be weird again, asking me why do I always get so much cheese. Yeah, okay. But you know, the sentence the US federal government has thousands of tons of cheese secreted away in a top secret cheese storage facility. In Wisconsin, in a cave network. That, like, combination of things, I don't think your brain can hear that without processing it as a joke the first time you hear it. But it is true. The Wisconsin cheese caves exist. And they're not like secret. They're secret, but not secret. It's one of those things where it's like, it is not a thing the government advertises having. But they also kind of don't want to have it. Like, for a while, I think in the 60s, they would, like, if you got food assistance, you got, like, a full wheel of cheese. God damn, that sucked. That was just... Huh. That's a weird problem to be having. Does that have to do with the fact that I'm on such low graphic settings, maybe? So it doesn't know where the light is hitting exactly on the rock face? Oh, my mouse does that sometimes. It's usually because my desk is, like, pretty dirty. Yeah, let me just... Yeah, no, there's a hair in the thing. I can't get it out right now, but I've pushed it out of the way of the sensor. Just give you the cheese. It's too much cheese for anyone. When you got food assistance in the US for a while, it came with a giant hunk of, like, amalgamation cheese known as American cheese, which is like 8 different cheeses blended together. Fuck. Really? But you're fine. I don't care. Okay, my bad for missing the last stream. Ideally, you're here to enjoy yourself and not out of some sense of obligation, so... And you don't need to apologize to me. Just piss some cheese. Yeah, alright. I'll just accept that. Fuck it. Cheese piss. You say this like your mother is incapable of lying. And I say that like it's super normal that your parents would lie to you all the time. That's that's a separate thing that I have a problem with. I say that. I actually probably should have been lied to more. When I was a child. Yeah, no, as an anarchist, I am generally skeptical of authority figures of any kind. And as, fucking... as the person who was raised how I was, I am also naturally skeptical of, parental figures specifically. Blech. I am sure I've talked about my upbringing on this series before. If you want to dig around for it, I don't feel like talking about it today, but if you want some more context as to raised how I was, you can go looking for it. But yeah. I do think the anarchist tendencies are one of the only reasons. Yeah, no, fuck it. Just go 80 on the fucking neighborhood road. We don't need safety anyway. No, yeah, fuck us. We're just a bypass for that one stoplight you don't like. Sorry, someone was going down the road entirely too fast. That happens every so often, because we're right next to, like, a major intersection. And, like, if you were looking to make, like, two right turns or whatever, it is easier to go down our neighborhood than it is to just, like, hit the stoplight and everything. Yeah. No, yeah, it's on the fucking screen, so, you know. Yeah. No, I get the YouTube people and the Twitch people to sniff each other through the door like I'm socializing a pair of cats. Yeah, no, this is a normal situation. But yeah, I use Batrix's like multi-streaming chat overlays or whatever. So both YouTube and Twitch end up on the like stream chat, and I can read both of them, and you guys can interact with each other a little bit, albeit on a much heavier delay. Granted, heavier delay, not really a problem. Considering I'm not like huge, so not like your reply's gonna get lost, you know? Dude, just to take things totally sideways. Hell yeah. It's still buck wild that conservatives are trying to, like, get rid of no-fault divorce. Because, like, The way I've always seen it is no fault divorce is a method by which women don't have to murder their husbands, right? It's like if you're being abused in a relationship and you don't want to be there anymore, no fault divorce lets you just leave instead of, having to give your man arsenic. Like, when no fault divorce was implemented, the amount of widows went down roughly by the amount of divorcees. It's like, yeah, no. Because women didn't have to keep murdering their husbands to get out of abusive relationships. It's one of those fun things. Like there is a mysterious death rate that you can count. Where it's like, yeah, no one's gonna say that she murdered her husband, and we all kind of knew he was a dick, so no one's gonna complain about it. We're just gonna pretend to be sad he died. Like all of these weird incel guys are sitting here like, oh, I don't want my girl to be able to get divorced from me. And it's like, motherfucker, you are the kind of man that got murdered so often. My dude, you are arsenic bait. Like, oh shit, guys, I forgot to take my vitamins. Bro, what? I said what I said. Like, if you go to, like, a women's group with, like, old ladies or whatever, and you, like, complain about a man, like a boyfriend, an abusive father, whatever, all of the oldest ladies in that room are going to give you advice on how to kill that man. Be like that. I I was casually hanging out with one of my coworkers because I work at a local church, so the like population of the staff skews really old, and they were so desperate for a tech person that they hired me. But notably, I was like just kind of chatting with one of my coworkers. I was fixing the Wi-Fi or whatever, so she didn't have much to do. She was just like, "Oh yeah, before no fault divorce was implemented, because I bring up the mysterious death rate every so often." But she was just like, "Oh yeah, I not planning to kill my ex-husband, but the no fault divorce came around, and I was like, oh, I don't have to." And I was like, "Fucking what?" It's like, yeah, he'd forage for mushrooms every now and again. So, I would just slip some poisonous ones into a meal, say that he accidentally grabbed them. And it's absolutely fucked up, but also within living memory, it was like women are not allowed to have bank accounts, you know? So I get the need for it. One of the big, y'all know the phrase, diamonds are a girl's best friend, right? One of the big reasons, like, jewelry was such a big thing in women's spaces, like, as, like, a very common type of gift, was because women weren't allowed to have bank accounts. Like, yeah, part of it was about the jewelry being pretty, obviously, but also, like, half the time it was, hey, I'm gonna get you this really nice necklace, and you can use it as collateral if you need to run away. You can give that away to the pawn shop. No, you cannot. It says closed session in the title. I'm just getting distracted. I decided to, like, put on a sweater and put my hair back, so, you know. I mean, you can join the live stream, but you can't join the game, you know? I do solo lobbies because the Daily Peak is my personal meditative journey to care less about the quality of the content I'm putting out. And, like, even with that, I'd still say this is pretty good. You know? Also, Roas, you say that like fucking the dude can't just scroll up. Unless he did some extra shit that the bot didn't parrot. No. Okay, cool. So occasionally I do have to check because the bot will occasionally decide to just not show a message someone sent because it hates queer people or something. I don't know. Bleh. I also brought up hypermobile EDS to my therapist again. You know, because they recommended it as an incredibly fun disease to Google. And I was like, hey, I was looking over some of the criteria. I relate to a lot of these, like, tertiary things, but I don't fit the, like, primary diagnostic criteria. And it's like, should I still be, like, worried about this, you know? Uh... I do hate to tell you this, but recording him doing that is also weird. That's also a strange thing to do. Yeah, no. I brought it up. And my therapist mentioned that actually the diagnostic criteria of HEDS is a little out of date because it's hyperflexible EDS. And like the first... Y'all see a little puff of smoke? It's blackmail. Weird that you feel the need to collect blackmail. It's an odd thing to, like, feel the need to have to do. Yeah, apparently hypermobile EDS, its diagnostic criteria are out of date, such that apparently, and this isn't like a, you know, therapist ain't a doctor. What? What? Hold on. Hold right click, drag in a direction, and it lets me kick? It lets me physically kick people? Has that always been a thing? Anyway, apparently when you have hypermobile EDS, there is a chance that your body learns to overcompensate and tense up in order to protect your bones. So if you have hypermobile EDS, the symptoms include being hypermobile and not being hypermobile. Which is something, right? That's... But it does also mean that if you consider this aspect of the diagnostic criteria, I do kind of fit all of it. But that's neither here nor there. I choose not to acknowledge that part until I go see my doctor and bring it up. You know, alongside the, hey, I might have carpal tunnel question. Still don't know why you're the only one chatting. It's... Not everyone has the social energy for it. A lot of the stream is mostly my friends tuning in. And they will, like, listen while they're at work, or, that kind of thing. And it's like, oh, they can't chime in, or they are too tired at the point in their day, or whatever. I've got some friends who are basically professional owls. Oh, it is April Fool's, huh? Kind of forgot about that. I keep accidentally hitting the right click button. Just because my body does that. I've got like my right hand as it's had a little twitch for a while, like just in my middle finger mostly, which does lead to me occasionally hitting left or right click when I don't mean to. And so I am just occasionally just kind of drop kicking midair. I want that, but I think the process of trying to get it will kill me. So we move on. If I can tackle it from the top down later, that would be ideal. So ideally I'd be able to grab one of those vines, but I don't think there's a good way for me to do that. It might be too high up for most of the options I can think of. So, second option, that might work. As long as I don't keep hitting the kick button and spending an entire stamina bar. God damn, that's so much. You're so tired. You should probably go to bed, boss. If you're having exhaustion, that is your body telling you something. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Oh! I love when the spikes flat out disappear for a minute. So I just can be not sure if the thing I'm about to run into is going to try and kill me or not. You love to see it. Okay, I can walk here. Thank fuck. I was dead if I couldn't, so... Hey, that looks more achievable now. If I get over there. Which, no guarantees. God damn. You'd rather stay here, watch, and have some coffee? Well, if you'd like to stay here and watch, I cannot stop you. I might advise against the coffee, but that's a separate issue. Also, I say that like I am not addicted to energy drinks, so... I am a hypocrite. I do have addictive tendencies, which have expressed themselves in me. And despite this, I will try to stop other people from indulging in them. God damn it. The waste all my stamina button has been clicked again. I might need to unbind that key. It's a wild that you can hold it? No, you can't hold it. Never mind. I thought you could. I thought I was, but I wasn't. Not really. Okay, where am I going next? There. I'm gonna say there. It's Coco? Nice. That fucking rocks. It's winter? What the fuck do you mean? I say that. It's summer locally. You in fucking Brazil or something? Brazil is the first South American country I think of anytime I think of South America. Just because it's very large. Has a weird summer. Huh. I mean, I feel like every country has that now, but that's, you know, the change in climate. Oh, it's fucking climate change, innit? Like, it's weirdly cold. Wild. Cool, though. Oh shit, it was colder here. Ooh. Okay, that's not working out. I see that now. What about this? Is this gonna work out? Maybe. Gotta wait for the rain, though. Topics needs an update. Oh. Oh. I'm almost walking on certain parts of this. If I slow down enough, I can get some extra stamina. God damn it. No! Ah. The rain fucked me. I've been fucked by the rain. I was making way more progress than I ever would have assumed that I would have there, though. That was weird. Alright, if I explore around enough, I'll eventually find an alternate way. Oh. God damn it. Okay. Can I rebind controls? Helping hand / alt use item. I see. Helping hand. I'll set it to the P key. So I stop accidentally. Oh, that's gonna make pitons infinitely harder to use, huh? Hold on, does R... is F? F doesn't seem to do anything. Just I still have that twitch in my fucking finger. This is why it is important to have controls that can be rebound, by the way. If you're making a game and don't see the point, it's things like, oh, where my hand naturally rests, this turns out to be of great consequence. I see. Helping hand isn't a euphemism. That's what that button usually does. It has been replaced with a kick button for April Fool's Day. This makes sense. Friend of yours is gay, so he likes to be with you a lot. Don't know why you know he's gay. Okay. I mean, as long as you're cool with it. I ain't gonna yell at anyone for anything, like, up until the point where they start expressing intolerance. When I say yell at, I usually just lecture. I'm very good at lecturing. So... Still, though, it's one of those, like, everyone does have gay friends. It's really just about how safe your friends feel telling you that fact, you know? So the more gay friends you have, it doesn't really indicate a lot in the way of, like, you know, like there are a lot of queer people. We have shooters everywhere. And one of the notable things is just, like, how accepting your general society is of the existence of queer people. Is really the determining factor in how many queer friends you're gonna have. Because it's one of those things of, like, yeah, no, if you look into it, like, a lot of people are bisexual. This is probably where a lot of Christians being like, you can just choose not to be gay comes from. They think that because they are bisexual, have had attraction. Damn. I'd say lucky, but I don't know how this makes you feel. I will express neutrality. Yeah, I will say, Christians claiming you can just pretend, you can just not be gay, and being like, yeah, that's what I did. I used to be attracted to men, and then I stopped. It's like, every so often I hear Satan tempting me. Like when I look at that man, Cillian Murphy, hoo-wee! But that's the voice of the devil talking. Like, what the fuck? Uh-huh. Well, hey, I ain't gonna judge. Sounds like you have a good thing going. Yeah, my whole thing with, hey, by the way, if you guys look what I do, I have a Ko-Fi and you can support me. Um, one of my big things with, like, the queerness in general is just, bisexuality and such is so commonplace that it's one of those things where it is, like, unknowingly the default. And it's like, yeah, people have a tendency to be attracted more one way or the other or whatever. But it's like there's someone, you know? It's like you're not gonna find like a 50-50 bisexual, like that identifier is you know, less common, but it's like, you know, like 80-20. I'd wager that's actually very common, but the, like, heteronormativeness of our society kind of makes people think otherwise. He's watching with you right now? Hell yeah. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Bones time. Yeah, it's always my thing of the amount of gay friends you have is almost always like 100%, just because queerness is a lot more common than you think. It's like some people aren't out to themselves yet, you know? Meanwhile, I have also met some folks who are like, yeah, I really like hanging out with, you know, this guy from my sports team. He is explicitly homophobic, though, so I just kind of don't bring that up. It's like, you are the most bisexual person I have ever met. How are you? How is this a sustainable? Ah! It's one of, that guy thinks he doesn't know any gay people because the gay people around him don't feel safe enough to reveal themselves. So if you have queer friends, good on you. Because that means you are, at least one person has been like, this is a safe enough person for me to be like, yeah, okay, I will tell this. Like, in a lot of world, you can get, a lot of the world, you can get fucking executed for that. So it is sensitive information. Like, I'm in America, it's not explicitly illegal, but, you know, the fucking evangelicals are trying. But yeah. One of those fun... Yeah. So yeah. Be happy about that. It means that someone thinks that you are safe enough to tell that information to. Yeah, no, I just turned into a skeleton. That's whatever. I can't believe you're focusing on the skeleton thing when I'm talking about queer rights. There's a much more important conversation happening here. We don't need to talk about the fact that I just died and turned into a skeleton. That's less important. Crit spam. Yeah. I'm at least glad that I don't have to worry about temperature now. It's skeleton. Granted, this does mean those magma flows 80 times more dangerous. Well, no, 8 times more dangerous. Exactly. Mathematically. Parentheses, because that's the amount of additional fall damage you take when you're a skeleton. Sorry, I can't help but explain my jokes, so... I just have this passion for explaining things to people. By the way, literally any questions about anything for fucking anyone, like... I'll answer whatever. I love explaining shit. And if I don't know, that just means I get to learn shit. And that's also some of the most fun shit in the world. Talking about shopping costs and oil costs, and then someone just died and turned into a skeleton. I personally think that we should be talking about the Strait of Hormuz, and not the fact that I have returned as vengeful undead. The Strait of Hormuz seems much more important here. And yet people keep asking me about the implications of the fact that I returned from death as a skeleton. And it's like, the implications don't matter, you know? Yes, there is an afterlife. You don't need to know about it. It's fine. It's a normal afterlife. I just realized I have no idea if gnat berries work for me, because I'm a skeleton now. I don't think I've ever tried a gnat berry as a skeleton. There we go. Which religion was right? That hardly seems like the most important topic right now. You know? There's a trans genocide going on in the US. We could also talk about the like Uyghurs in China, whatever's going on in Turkey. I know it's something down there. Down there. They're on the same like horizontal axis as I am, I think. Over there. How's the afterlife? Look. No, I can't think of a different social justice topic to talk about. It's fine. You know you're cooked when I can't think of another one. Might be the best stream yet because I haven't died yet. Yeah. I mean, I did die, but only like halfway. I'm still going. Imagine if I applied the fucking stream goes until I die rule, with the fucking Book of Bones. It's like, okay, desperate times call for desperate measures. I turn into a skeleton and the stream turns off mid-stream. Like, mid-sentence. Every time I use a checkpoint flag. No, thankfully I am not that literal about it. In the same sense as the game, I do not count the Book of the Dead or checkpoint flags as dying. Yo guys, it's my 100th birthday. If you could send golden teeth, that would be really appreciated. Yeah, no, that is the currency in hell. Like the Christian hell? No, we just call it that. It's one of those, as a skeleton, the moment you say a proper noun, someone's gonna be like, oh my god, you know, the Christians were right? And it's like, no, I was just raised with a specific set of values, and my words for the afterlife are recognizable to you. It's not a universal thing. Just dies mid-birthday. Oh god! Oh, I didn't notice that the baton had broken. Whoops. Roas, I can't believe you're too funny. Yeah. Bleh. It would be kind of funny if the currency in, like, an afterlife was golden teeth. Because it's like, oh no, it turns out nothing that you, like, bring with you turns up. But, like, that doesn't apply to, like, prosthetics and stuff. So if you got a gold cap on your tooth, you're fucking lucky. Because that's the only currency you get to spend. Your wallet didn't come over. Yeah. I remember in one of my Pathfinder games, I did run a dungeon which I called Christian Hell. It was like specifically Christian Hell. Christianity does not exist in the base Pathfinder setting. Art spam. Hey guys, welcome to Christian Hell. It's specifically the Christian one. God, I just remembered that one time when, I don't remember which pope this was, but he said, if there is a hell, then I hope it's empty. And a ton of American evangelicals got super mad about it. They're like, no, you're supposed to really want to watch all of the people who've wronged you get punished in hell forever. Like, what is wrong with you? You know what? I've got 3 gnat berries. Oh. I'm immune to the sleep effect. Alright. Yeah, cool. Poplio? That sounds right. But yeah, no. Fucking... If there is a hell, I hope it's empty. And then American Christians are just like, fuck you. I hope there's a lot of people in hell suffering forever. It's like, man, you really missed the kindness prompt, huh? The fucking treat others as you'd like to be treated, love thy neighbor, all of that. That didn't resonate? You're just going for the sulfur pit? Okay. Sadly not hell, because you can see the sky. You see, in real life, hell is in the core of the planet. Nah. You see, the Christians are right, but only in the sense that there is a sulfur-infested pit of fire. It's not actually like an extra-dimensional situation. It is just the core of the planet. You get sucked in, and you go into the mantle. If you keep going, you eventually hit a big ball of iron. That is Satan. What the fuck am I talking about? The Earth's core is actually Satan? And Hollow Earth theory is real, but only in the sense that there is a big hollow area around the core, and that's hell. Did I just walk on lava? No. The lava in this biome goes up and down. And while I am immune to the heat effects of lava, lava will also do brute damage, so I'm not safe. But as you can see, the lava layer goes away, and this is just superheated rock, which has not yet melted into magma, so into lava, I guess, because it's on the surface. So I can still walk on it. It's probably going to partially liquefy and then reharden into obsidian at some point, but, you know, otherwise. Oh wait, I'm actually fine here, because I'm a skeleton. This is just fire, it's not even... There's no brute damage in the flame geyser, so... I am immune. Bones can definitely get melted and charred, in real life. in this video game, being a skeleton is really just a shorthand for an alternate state of play, wherein you are immune to most effects, but also receive bonus damage, bonus like physical damage from all sources, such as falling, creating an alternate gameplay mode, which we call being a skeleton, but is actually something like a no-fall mode or a one-hit fall mode. And it's like, the only reason lava does any brute damage is because it is also the floor, you know? Like, it is a punishment for hitting the ground, you know? In the climbing game. You see, if you'll sit here and listen to my extended lecture on game design, and then I lock the doors. I should wait until I can cook that. Alright, is there anything really good over here? Batons are useful. Checkpoint flag? That is good. Do I want it more than the Book of Bones? No, but... Melted briefcase. Yeah. Oh, it's one of those, like, I have these 2 gnatberries here, that can fully restore shit, and the fairy lantern is also a healing item. I was actually going to throw it in the lava if I didn't get another Book of Bones. Because, as a skeleton, most healing items are basically useless. But the Book of Bones, when used while you are a skeleton, lets you come back. Because the Book of Bones is not a book that turns you into a skeleton. It is a book that switches you between the modes of being flesh and being skeleton. It goes both ways. Anyway, my whole inventory is more powerful healing items than bandages and medkits, so I'm fine. Wow. Fun fact, if you hit space in mid-air while you are directly adjacent to a wall, that is the same as hitting right-click. Or not right-click, holding left-click. But it attempts to make you start climbing. So if you are holding an item while you do that, then instead of using the item like you ordinarily would if you were left-clicking, you will just latch onto the wall and automatically put the item in whatever inventory slot. It's actually super useful to use the space key to initiate a climb, especially right after you have used the rescue claw. Because the rescue claw, I mean, you can kind of just hit right outside of a wall and end up kind of in midair. You want to hear my stories? Fair. Look, I am just vibing. I'm hanging out. Though I will say I have been doing a bit more work on the Faithful Strands, like, meta plot information. Notably, I have a description down for each of the 8 dungeon masters. Or at least the 8 that I have introduced. There are additional ones, I am certain, that will use more obscure colors. But my color-coded rainbow bunch is complete. But seriously, just spamming the spacebar after you've used a rescue claw, most useful shortcut in the game. Because otherwise you have to put away the rescue claw, and then hold, like, left click. And that is a lot more like mental capital. Yeah, I've got information down for all of the dungeon masters. I have recontextualized their abilities in the context of stories. Because I like being meta and boring like that. Not boring. Meta and nerdy. My shit's anything but boring. It is, however, nerd shit, though. You know, how much better is it really? I'm playfully sticking out my tongue, by the way. Oh, hi. You'll love a portable stove. See how far it can take that. And hopefully... I've got the Magical Girls campaign later today, and I need to do some of that Market Day stuff that I mentioned in the intro. Just because I have a lot to do there. I need to load up a few boats, so they can all be sent to the Market Island. And then either I or one of my guild members can sell all of the stuff. You know, handle the actual transactions. I just happened to schedule our appointment way too early. Speaking of, I am getting notifications. They are just whitelist submissions and support tickets. That's fine. Anyway. I have been looking over my things and stuff. Yeah, real specific. Great. Amazing one, Soul. Okay. I have been going back over a lot of my stuff for the Faithful Strands. I already mentioned that I have written down a lot of the information on the Dungeon Masters. I am going to try and be tight-lipped about it, despite how much I want to talk about it, because I know my players tune in. I know they do. Not consistently, but any of them could be here. I have 4 viewers on Twitch. None of y'all have spoken up, so you could, all of you, be my whole adventuring party out here trying to get me to leak information. I am almost done. I'm real goddamn close. Oh god. Okay. Give me punishments and bread. Blech. But I will say, notably, now it is the time for me to start working on the puzzle box again. That is my next, like, passive TTRPG project. There is more that I'm doing for campaigns that are actively running. But I'm not gonna share, 'cause players. I'm pointing a firearm at my players. I know you guys are watching. I know you will spoil yourselves. God, okay. I was so worried for a second there. My hunger is starting to get high, so... Nap. Brosi in heaven. Yeah. It happens. Though to be fair, I do see a little piece of heaven every day. You know? Because the true essence of divinity is to be found in kindness, the simple human things that we do for each other. The goods. The goods that we all do for the other humans every day, you know? And there is nothing closer to divinity than doing a kindness for another. I know, I'm the cheesiest motherfucker in the world. Which is probably why you enjoy my streams, Roas. Heart spam. But yeah. I think if you want to see heaven on earth, the place you go is like a fucking shelter, you know? You go to a food bank. And ideally, you go there and volunteer, because they are always understaffed, and they have not enough food. But by God, they're trying. And that's beautiful. I sadly am the pale worm in the face of the divinity like that. You know? So, we've made it to the peak. I thought it was gonna pop up the title card a lot earlier. There we go. Peak, day 9. You shush. You absolutely shush about that one time I fell through a tree. You shush about that one time when I tripped and fell and it hit every pine branch on the way down and died. Yay! We've made it. All right, everybody. I want to thank everyone who tuned in. I appreciate you guys checking out another episode of The Daily Peak. I appreciate all of your viewership. Rose, you especially, the active chatter. And I will be seeing all of you guys next time. Bye. Bleh. Yeah, 124 isn't bad.